Detroit Lions football is back this week. We face the New York Giants on Friday in the first preseason game of the 2023 NFL season. And what a time it is. The wait is soon to be over. We'll get to see our guys in Honolulu Blue and Silver do their thing. But this video here, shout out to you guys in the comment section for calling out Dylan Drummond as being number 83. Now, just to clarify, Dylan is from Making the Band. And the only time I've heard the name Dylan pronounced Dylan is from Making the Band. So his name is Dylan Drummond. Dylan Drummond. It's not Dylan. It's Dylan, okay? But kudos to you guys in the comment section. And shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole, who keeps me up on everything Detroit Lions. And they talked about Dylan Drummond on Good Morning Football, and it got me to thinking. I was like, wait a minute, I think I saw some information about him a couple days ago from an article. And indeed, I did, from Dave Riquette. Now, this article is subscriber only, so I'll still link it in the description if you guys have a subscription to the Detroit Free Press. I try to support local journalism only because they have access to the team, and a lot of the information that we use on our videos come from them. So I try to do the best that I can. I don't mind a subscription or two or three from the local journalism. But when you find out about Dylan's story and what it took for him just to be in a position that he is in now, it is quite amazing, to say the least. Coming from the Detroit Free Press, this is regarding Dylan Drummond. Says Dylan took part in Detroit Lions rookie minicamp in May on a tryout basis, one of the unsigned, undrafted players who needed an impressive weekend to stick around for organized team activities the rest of the spring. Camp ended. The Lions gathered their dozen or so invites on the field, thanked them for coming up, and said they'll be in touch with their agents if anything came up. Drummond, a wide receiver from Eastern Michigan who took part in the Lions local day before the draft, grabbed lunch in the team cafeteria, hit the showers, and was about to get in his car for the long drive back to his home in Cleveland when he got a text from Lions manager of football executive operation, Liz Laux. And this is what she said. "Are you still in the building?" The text asked. "Do you want to be a Lion?" And we know that is Brad Holmes' kind of calling card when he talks about, when he does the draft and he calls folks and asks them, first thing he says, Brad Holmes, general manager with the Detroit Lions, "You want to be a Lion?" So that was kind of kind of intriguing to see. This guy drove up here. The Detroit Lions were the only team to offer him even the tryout. Was not drafted. He was not signed like Chase Cota, Mohamed Ibrahim, those guys. He wasn't signed. He wasn't called. He wasn't drafted. He was invited to a tryout, okay? And from that tryout has impressed Dan Campbell and the coaches. The article continues. "We see it." Lions coach Dan Campbell said on Thursday, "He makes plays every day. He really mentally can play all the positions. He competes in special teams, and I would say he's hard to ignore. He's just hard to ignore. He's continuing to climb the depth chart. So he's doing exactly what a guy like him has to do. He's doing everything right. He rarely messes something up. And if he does, he learns from it. He grows and doesn't happen again. So he's doing a great job." And this is fantastic because this guy, like I said, his story is fantastic. He had a collapsed lung, was coming across the middle, got hit pretty hard, thought he got the wind knocked out of him, but it wound up being a collapsed lung. But he wound up finishing the season. Could you imagine? The draft goes by. Imagine same round and how he felt being drafted in the 4th round. Draft goes by, no call. You don't hear your name. Undrafted free agency goes by, no call. You don't hear your name. You don't get a call. You don't get a call from any NFL team. You get an invite for a tryout to participate in the rest of the team activities leading up to training camp. And that's when you get your call. The story is just something that can't be kind of undermined, in my opinion. Continuing. Once you get him here and you see the movement skills with your own eye, and then it sure helps because you can find out. You're not able to get everything, but we knew pretty quick, like, this is a pretty sharp guy, Campbell said. You had a gut feeling he's going to be able to get this pretty quick. And so, hey, man, let's give him a look. Bring him into camp, and he is not disappointing. That is fantastic. Like I said, it just keeps getting better and better. This guy, to make the team. Now, he is a long shot. He is a long shot. He has to pass several Detroit Lions. We know that we have our top 5. They're locked down. Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marvin Jones Jr., Josh Reynolds, and Khalif Raymond. Those 5 are locked in, right? It's really the battle for 6, if anything, in the practice squad. 6 is going to be up for grabs, but 5 is going to be open for the first 6 weeks of the season until Jamison Williams comes back. Jamison Williams comes back, then that means number 6 will be only available, and then the practice squad guys. But we've seen practice squad. Our practice squad hero, Tom Kennedy, came through for us in the clutch many a years. Last year, the same thing. For you not to get a call at all and then wind up not only getting invited to minicamp or rookie camp, you make an impact, you get the call to come back, and then you're making an impact in training camp where you might even go from not even a thought on draft day to a practice squad on the roster. One of my favorite Detroit Lions, I know he wasn't here that long, but Danny Amendola, he is the story of a guy that didn't get drafted. He was undrafted, and he wind up winning a few Super Bowls, right? So this right here is a fantastic story. I definitely have that feeling that I do belong here and just want to keep reminding myself of that. Drummond said, it's easy to look up and see some of these guys. Like, for example, Amon-Ra. The way he plays ball is unbelievable. I've never played with anybody like him. And it's easy to look at that and be like, I've got to get to that level. But right now, it's just worried about taking it one step at a time. I try not to put too much pressure on myself. I just know that each day it's just about doing something better. So if I mess up something today, I know I won't mess it up again. So that's continually doing that day after day, and things will work out. I like the young man's attitude. He's saying, listen, I can't be like St. Brown. I'm not going to try to be St. Brown. I can only be Dylan. I can't be Dylan. I can only be Dylan Drummond. That has done well for him in life. And not comparing himself to these other receivers is fantastic because you can't really do that. You got to stay in your lane, stay focused on what you have to do. This guy is a long shot to even make the practice squad. But the fact that he's made it this far should go a long way to say, listen, he's got a legit chance. The coaching staff likes him. He's putting in work. He's getting better every day. And that could lead to a real NFL career. And it'll start on the practice squad. But there's a long shot that he makes the 53. I don't know if that'll happen. We got preseason. He could really kind of be that guy that comes up out of nowhere. He passes Mims. He passes Antoine Green. He passes whatever other receivers we have. Chase Cota, all them guys, and come up and get that number 6 spot. I mean, you never know. It's a long shot, but hey, we've seen other things happen before. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you again for letting me know that 83 was Dylan Drummond. Remember, it is Dylan. It is not Dylan. Dylan, again, is only from making the band. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Also, don't forget, training camp begins joint practice tomorrow. And then Wednesday, you will see me open to the public. Peace.